Introduction. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This presentation has been prepared by Pushpesh Naik and will be delivered by Jackie. We are pleased to present insights from the book, If You're So Smart, Why Are You Happy? By Raj Raghunathan. Overview. Transforming Career Success into Life Success. If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Happy? 2016 provides valuable wisdom to eliminate detrimental habits that inhibit happiness. Happiness might seem elusive, but often we are the ones obstructing it. There are straightforward steps you can take today to enhance your happiness and well-being. About the author. Raj Raghunathan is a marketing professor at the McCombs School of Business, University of Texas, Austin, and serves as an associate editor at the Journal of Consumer Psychology. Benefits for you. Discover your path to happiness in life and love. Raj Raghunathan's work, If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Happy? How to Turn Career Success into Life Success, addresses the prevalent issue of people feeling unfulfilled in love and happiness. Despite this, romantic films depicting profound love and joy in professional achievements continue to captivate audiences. It suggests that many individuals still aspire to these ideals. However, when contemplating happiness seriously, the mind often gravitates toward the negative. The dishes are unwashed, you never learn guitar, or your partner, though lovely, lacks passion. It may seem that something is always absent. How then can happiness be achieved when the mind fixates on deficiencies? Do not undervalue happiness. Instead, prioritize it by understanding its origins. Chapter number 1. Do not undervalue happiness. Instead, prioritize it by understanding its origins. You are an intelligent individual, correct? So why do you consistently find yourself in the same negative patterns? This may relate to the concept of the 7 deadly sins. We are not discussing religious sins, but rather the detrimental habits that obstruct happiness. The first of these is the tendency to undervalue happiness. Despite our aspirations for happiness, we often overlook it as a primary goal and fail to give it the importance it warrants. The author, along with esteemed professors Sunaina Chugani from City University of New York and Ashish Mukherjee from McGill University, conducted research to determine what individuals associate with happiness. Participants were prompted to make 3 wishes for things they believed would lead to happiness. The findings revealed that individuals generally wish for tangible elements like wealth, fame, and success because these are known quantities. Conversely, they often disregard happiness itself as it seems too abstract a concept to wish for. Yet, should happiness not be everyone's foremost priority? Naturally, different things bring happiness to different individuals. Therefore, before prioritizing happiness, one must define it. Consider what emotion you associate with happiness. By doing so, you can gain a deeper understanding of its origins. Perhaps you associate happiness with love. If so, your relationship with your partner is likely vital to your well-being. With this understanding, consider maintaining a journal to document the various aspects that introduce happiness into your daily life. Reflect on all the memorable moments of happiness and document what you were doing, who you were with, and what led to those positive feelings. Perhaps you were traveling with a loved one and exploring the world, or maybe you were enjoying time with your family during a holiday. Once these events are documented, you will have a clearer understanding of the pursuits you should focus on and allocate time for, thereby welcoming more happiness into your life. Refrain from comparing yourself to others. Instead, focus on finding your own rhythm. Chapter number 2. Refrain from comparing yourself to others. Instead, focus on finding your own rhythm. Which would you prefer, a brand new BMW or a new friendship? Such questions delve into the essence of the second significant issue, the pursuit of superiority. A crucial lesson many learn in life is that feeling superior to others does not lead to happiness. Nevertheless, people persist in striving for this sense of superiority, often making it their goal only to remain unsatisfied. To feel superior, one must compare oneself to others. If you outperform someone else, you may feel accomplished. If not, it suggests a need for improvement. This mindset, however, insinuates that failing to surpass others equates to personal failure. While it is natural to take pride in a job well done, this does not necessitate the pursuit of superiority. Research indicates that the more we compare ourselves to others, the less content we become, as it fosters an obsession with potential failures and external perceptions. A more fulfilling path to happiness involves pursuing your own rhythm. The concept of flow, introduced by psychologist Mivali Csikszentmihalyi, describes a blissful state of full engagement in an activity. This could range from sports to woodworking or solving complex puzzles, any activity that captivates you and makes you lose track of time. In this state of flow, you experience perfect focus and pure enjoyment, creating the ideal conditions for skill development. Regardless of who you are, discovering your flow is profoundly rewarding and enjoyable. Therefore, when considering your life's pursuits, do not chase superiority. Instead, find an activity you love to immerse yourself in, one that brings you into the flow. Develop meaningful connections with others by demonstrating generosity and maintaining composure. Chapter number 3. Develop meaningful connections with others by demonstrating generosity and maintaining composure. While the desire to connect with others is strong, it is important to approach the formation of human connections with care. This brings us to the third significant challenge, the excessive pursuit of affection. An excessive desire for connection can manifest as a longing for intimacy, characterized by neediness or withdrawal from intimacy, often rooted in early childhood experiences. Research initiated by psychologist Mary Ainsworth in the 1970s and 1980s revealed that infants deprived of parental affection tended to develop insecurity and low self-esteem in later life. As these individuals matured, they were often prone to both neediness and avoidance of intimacy, behaviors that can lead to isolation, as neediness is generally not appealing. People are typically less interested in things that are readily available, which is why those who are most eager for connection frequently find themselves alone. However, forming human connections enhances our happiness. A comprehensive study monitored a group of men from their college years in 1938 into the late 2000s. The research concluded that the happiest men were those with the strongest relationships. Cultivating meaningful connections is best achieved through an altruistic approach. By assisting others and enhancing their well-being, we gain a sense of fulfillment and recognize our ability to spread happiness. This, in turn, enhances our self-perception and increases our ability to connect with others while making us more appealing. Since generosity contributes to our own happiness, it becomes a natural inclination. In 2012, researchers distributed treats to 20 toddlers, encouraging them to share with a puppet. The study revealed that although the toddlers were pleased to receive treats, they experienced greater happiness when they shared them with the puppet. To achieve happiness, it is essential to release our need for control. Chapter number 4. To achieve happiness, it is essential to release our need for control. The fourth significant challenge is the excessive pursuit of control. Many individuals feel most at ease when they can exert complete control over their surroundings and the people within them. However, this mindset invariably leads to dissatisfaction and heightened tension, as complete control is unattainable. Moreover, it is undesirable. Consider this: you likely dislike being controlled, so it stands to reason that others do not appreciate being controlled by you. For instance, if you attempt to regulate your partner's diet by encouraging healthier choices, it may result in them consuming more unhealthy food to assert their autonomy. Additionally, they might harbor resentment towards you for criticizing their dietary preferences. A strong desire for control can also result in increased dissatisfaction in daily situations. A 2008 study by psychologist Robert Vallerand found that participants with a high need for control over external events experienced greater distress and unhappiness when placed in an overcrowded and uncomfortable environment compared to others. To enhance personal happiness, focus on cultivating internal control over your thoughts and emotions. This approach will enable you to take responsibility for your own happiness and refrain from attributing your feelings to external circumstances. Instead of succumbing to sadness when your partner has to leave town after a week together, strive to maintain happiness and appreciate the moments shared. By taking responsibility and exercising internal control, you can also choose to avoid situations or individuals that negatively impact you. For instance, if there is a person who consistently affects your mood, consider minimizing interactions with them. Developing trust and practicing forgiveness are essential for achieving happiness. Chapter number 5. The fifth significant point is that learning to trust and forgive is fundamental to experiencing happiness. Have you ever received a thoughtful gift from someone, only to suspect it was given with a hidden motive. This situation pertains to the fifth major pitfall, which is the persistent distrust of others. Unfortunately, it is common for individuals to worry about the possibility of being betrayed at any moment. Historically, a certain level of distrust benefited our ancestors as it increased their chances of survival. Being cautious often meant a greater likelihood of living longer and reproducing. Distrust also serves as a means to shield ourselves from the distress of emotional betrayal. Relationship expert John Gottman discovered that overcoming an untrustworthy action requires the individual who broke the trust to demonstrate reliability 5 times before they are fully forgiven. However, to lead a more fulfilling life, it is advisable to cultivate understanding and forgiveness. If you have been wronged, avoid dwelling on negative emotions. Instead, reduce the emotional pain by attempting to comprehend the other person's perspective. If you harbor resentment towards someone for their actions, try to empathize with their situation and consider their motivations and behaviors, even if only to a small extent. It is likely that you can find some understanding. Their actions may be influenced by their genetic makeup, upbringing, or personal fears. Understanding is crucial for forgiveness, and forgiveness is a powerful component of happiness. Recognizing the personal advantages of forgiving can make it easier to forgive. Forgiving someone does not necessitate maintaining a close relationship with them. It simply means releasing feelings of hatred and anger, allowing yourself to move forward in life. Once you embrace forgiveness, trust will become more attainable. Achieving happiness necessitates adaptability and patience in the pursuit of objectives. Chapter number 6. Achieving happiness necessitates adaptability and patience in the pursuit of objectives. The sixth significant obstacle is being overly passionate or entirely indifferent regarding life's events. These are two distinct paths that may lead to dissatisfaction. One involves an obsessive pursuit of passion, while the other reflects an indifferent approach. Excessive passion resembles stubbornness or inflexibility about the goals you aim to achieve. With this mindset, only those things that advance you towards your objective are deemed positive. Consequently, you might resist and feel discontented with the inevitable changes life presents. For example, if your ambition is to marry and have 2 children, failing to achieve this might lead to unhappiness. Even if you succeed, dissatisfaction may persist due to unmet expectations. In both scenarios, you hinder your own contentment. In contrast, someone indifferent to the pursuit of passion lacks concern about life events. Such individuals may lack interest or curiosity about their lives, potentially marrying someone they do not truly appreciate. Neither of these approaches is advisable, so finding a balanced perspective, the measured pursuit of passion, is ideal. With this outlook, you have a preference for outcomes but remain flexible if things differ. In essence, embracing the notion that negative experiences can eventually yield positive results is crucial. It requires patience and understanding that perceived negative events can evolve into significant moments in our lives. For instance, losing a job might redirect you towards a more fulfilling career path. We often derive the most valuable lessons from our greatest challenges. Overthinking can divert our focus from intuition. However, mindfulness serves as a remedy. Chapter number 7. Overthinking can divert our focus from intuition. However, mindfulness serves as a remedy. We now address the last, yet significant of the challenges, cognitive addiction, defined as the natural inclination to overanalyze, which can divert our focus from intuition. When poor decisions are made, instincts are often blamed, yet instinctive behavior is not arbitrary. Our intuition is linked to our evolutionary history and can discern details that might escape our conscious awareness. A Harvard University study demonstrated that when students viewed 3-second video clips of professors without audio and assessed the professors' personalities, their intuitive judgments accurately predicted the content of end-of-semester evaluations. Our instincts are highly refined, yet we spend considerable time neglecting their messages. Practicing mindfulness is an excellent method to reconnect with our inner selves. Begin by concentrating on your breath. Exercise patience and attentiveness, allowing thoughts to surface while permitting them to pass without engagement. This practice aids in avoiding entanglement in the gate web, an acronym for goals, action, thoughts, and emotions, illustrating their interrelated nature. For instance, receiving a verbal warning from a superior might incite negative thoughts about the superior, leading to negative emotions and potentially resulting in a retaliatory response. Instead, pause, take a deep breath, and focus on your inhalations and exhalations. There exists a method to exit such situations with emotional well-being intact. Although it may appear simplistic, focusing on breathing is an effective technique for achieving calmness and mindfulness. Intelligent individuals may overanalyze themselves into dissatisfaction. Therefore, employ your intellect to avoid the 7 detrimental habits leading to unhappiness. Final summary. Let's summarize the presentation and discuss key takeaways. We appreciate your attention during our presentation on If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Happy? By Raj Raghunathan. The primary insight from the book is that happiness is attainable when we focus on the appropriate aspects of life. You can guide yourself towards happiness by experiencing flow in daily activities and fostering genuine, positive relationships with those around you. Happiness is not something to be pursued externally. It originates from within. Remember to breathe, trust your intuition, and allow your mind to relax. Happiness is more accessible than it may appear. Consider how you might integrate the principles from this presentation into your life. The answer may lie in your intuition. When you find yourself overanalyzing a scenario, pause and sit comfortably. Visualize your thoughts as clouds, letting them pass by without interference. Focus on your breathing, observing the air entering and leaving your lungs. You may find that, as your mind quiets, the solution emerges intuitively. If you think it's a valuable life lesson, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.